The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Douthat Insurance.
Well, the Medicare annual election period is right around the corner, such an important time of year for seniors and their health care. And this morning we have David and Margaret Douthat with Douthat Insurance joining us to go over some important information that we all need to know as this type of year, the time of year, is getting closer. Great to have you guys on the show.
Thank you for having us here.
No, it's an important time. It's about to get very busy in your office as all of this kind of comes up for renewal and looking at what's best for your clients. So what do they really need to know as this time of year approaches?
It's starting Monday, October 1st is when open enrollment, pre-open enrollment is. That's when they can look, or they can talk to their agents and look out online at what the new stuff for 2024 is going to be. So you really can't take action until October 15th, but you can be pre-planning and talking and seeing if where you're at's good or if you need to be looking at something else. And then it goes through December 7th.
There's so many options out there, and Margaret, I know that's what you guys really do, is continue to keep track of all these different plans and which one may have worked for them this year but may not work as well next year.
I mean, that's the key. So, you know, this is always a time that we get geared up for, we're excited for. It is a hard season for us, but we're excited to be there to help people kind of process through. So current clients, you know, we want to make sure they're on the right plan. New clients that haven't investigated what their options are, you know, we're there to do that. But the key thing right now is if they're on Medicare, they should be getting in their hand any information about any plan they added to that, whether it's medicine plans, prescription Part Ds, or Medicare Advantage plans. They should be getting those notifications, and they're called annual notices of change. And the purpose of that is so they know these are some of the things that are changing. It's very important that they take the time to review that and then kind of be prepared to be looking. Like David said, the pre-open enrollment starts Monday, and that's when all this information is released out there for everyone to explore, and that's what we want to do, is help them explore that. You said there's lots of new changes, lots of new options, and what a lot of people don't realize is medications can really change as far as price and what the companies are going to charge, and so that's vital that they take the time to look at how their prescription costs might change next year too.
Yeah, you mentioned the medication. I know that's really important, as a lot of people really struggle to pay those different co-pays, and so the different plans that may work may not work next year. Do you go over on an individual basis then the different ones that they're on?
We do, and you know, each year people will sometimes change medications. Yeah. So sometimes it's their personal thing, and then sometimes those medications just change how they fit into the formularies in those plans. So we do go individually, prescription by prescription, and see which plan is going to be the best for them. And you know, Medicare also changed their coverage gap limits this next year, and there's a max amount that you would pay, and then it ends. You know, there's no catastrophic coverage part to this next year, 2024. So all that's coming out Monday also. So there's a lot in the prescription drug part of the Medicare.
Yeah, there's great things that are going to be coming for some people who have real large out-of-pocket expenses. So, you know, those are things to know, but there's also medications that just cost a fortune, and companies are trying to offset that cost as well, so some of that might land more in their lap. So it's really understanding. Insulin, you know, that's been well protected by having a flat $35 copay, but there's just so much out there.
A lot of information as we get closer. We're going to give everybody your information. Of course, they work with folks on helping to select the right plan for you. It is Douthat Insurance and their office right there on Wilcox Drive in Kingsport. For more information on what they've been doing over the last, how many years have you guys been in business now?
Oh, goodness, it's yeah, a long time.
Many years.
Yes,
you can check out their website, douthatinsurance.com. Great to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.